Marjorie McClure Special School in Kent is part of the school's sports partnership. Planning, equipment and even the rules of games are constantly adapted to ensure everyone is included and pupils are learning to become sports leaders. PE activities also support other areas of the curriculum, such as numeracy, literacy and ICT.
Some people find it quite strange that a special school for pupils with physical disabilities places such a high emphasis on PE, and it's something that we think is really, really important because for our young people, their access to life in general is very limited. One of the things they do enjoy is often sports, and physical development is even more important for our young people than perhaps mainstream people.
The mundane business of getting the register done on a Friday afternoon.
Advanced skills teacher Guy Wilkins works to facilitate pupil participation through PE.
Yeah, I'm Guy Wilkins. I'm the PE teacher here primarily. I wear other hats, one of advanced skills teacher and one of school sport coordinator, part-time, and one of primary link teacher within the sports partnership. It's a very varied job. Helen's got 2 thumbs up. How well do these 3 sports leaders do? Marjorie McClure School is an all-age special school from 3 to 19. It's primarily for children with physical disabilities and medical conditions. Some of the children have come here with serious gaps in their learning, so there's all sorts of other difficulties that children experience besides those physical disabilities and medical conditions. Down like that to keep it down. QCA have done a lot of studies and there's a lot of anecdotal evidence and real evidence to show that PE, where it's valued highly by schools, is having a real impact. As a small school, I can see it every day. It's reflecting in their behaviour, their academic standards. 5 and nothing. Well, it looks like 50, doesn't it? The confidence in succeeding at things, the self-esteem, the belief. What sticker would you like? The bell, the balls, the football, the... Accepting other people's strengths and weaknesses, working in the groups that they work, communicating. Who feels they could introduce this gentleman behind me and say who he is? I know he can do it for himself, but I want... I think pupils here get a lot of dealing with adults. You know, many of them are seeing medical professionals and therapists, so they can't escape adults really. And unlike a child in a mainstream school who can get away from an adult input, they can't get away with much here. They're very good at speaking at adult level.
Is this Tony our sports? What's your surname?
Joseph.
What?
Tony Joseph.
No, I don't want to call you Joseph.
No,
just want to call me Tony.
Yes.
They don't seem to worry about making a fool of themselves, and they don't. They're very able, and all of us in school feel very proud when they do that.
And what?
I'm here to do cricket.
And he wants to do cricket, and he's a good coach for us.
Thank you. I work for London Community Cricket Association, and I'm a development officer. Thank you very much.
You like that?
I like it. What we do is we just work in primarily special needs schools and normally just work with groups that are outside the mainstream, like on housing estates and emotional behavioural difficulties, school, moderate learning. These are some of the signals, okay? If a batter hits 4 runs, all right, that's the signal the umpire will do. It's very difficult to actually work to a lesson plan, so everything you do is normally off the cuff, or you actually standing talking to the kids, actually thinking up a lesson plan at the same time. You know, you've got varieties of children, frames, wheelchairs, some of them can walk, various disabilities, so you're always thinking on your feet and just thinking up different games that are adaptable, you know, and games that they can work with and enjoy. But with a mainstream school, you can work to a lesson plan and it can just flow really easy, but in special needs, it's very, very different.
Tony, we've done a little bit of static actions and some bit of mobilising using our shoulders. Yep. Do we need to do a little bit of pulse raising with the ball?
Yeah, should we do that one? I need to get our heart rate pumping now, right? So get ready for the cricket that we're going to do. All right, so we have to get you moving.
Right, Thomas is the runner. 2 laps. My role is trying to include every pupil so that they enjoy taking part in PE and school sport. For me, that's making sure they succeed, and that sometimes means splitting groups so that one group may be doing something that's very different to another group, working sometimes in 1s or 2s, sometimes as a whole group. OK, Nicky, who's going to be into bat first?
Luke. What we're going to do, we're going to try and develop the game, all right? Rather than if you hit a really nice shot, you only score 1.
Let's go then, hold that ball.
So maybe if you hit the crash mat on the side, you can score more.
The ball that we're using, is it safe?
We hit it through cones or past the cones, we get 6.
You need to hold the ball.
He needs a harder ball. I think he needs a softer one.
Sir.
My aim in PE is for them to be succeeding at something, try and adapt and modify the activity so that they can succeed, but they get a tremendous sense of self-confidence, self-belief by succeeding. Put your hands up. If you think of an idea that we could do after 3 balls without a strike, what should we do for Sarah?
Right, you can have, what you could do is bring this thing in, which you would put the ball on top and she would strike it instead of me bowling it to her.
Hit it. Good girl, yeah? Can you make a run? We're just realising what we're doing there. We're differentiating as we go. Shortening the curriculum down, missing out bits, inventing my own bits, and that could be hitting the ball off of a tee, or it could be striking the ball below head height. Now, should we let Sarah have one swing at it and then bring the tee in? Yeah. Yeah? No! So we make up the rules. There's collaboration between the pupils, and they're very good at it, and we're always sharing and learning from each other, and I've learned something today that a lot of my differentiation is as we go. The best moments of that collaboration are when I stand back. The pupils have got very good at that, I suppose, because that's what they've been doing year on year in their journey through the school. Teacher interference is bad news sometimes, so if you look at the game now, the game's going much better without me. Here we go, Nikki's not managed it, but they know what the next rule is, and they've got to look at the competitive side. There's 3 boys who are very competitive, all want to play, and they've also got to think how they include Nikki, who's not so competitive and is at a different level to them. So it's a mixed ability group.
Let's get him out. Let's get him out this time.
You watching?
Catch!
Tight! That's out.
Do we need to add a rule for Michael? Keep the ball below. So if Michael lifts the ball up high, he loses all his runs. How many runs have you got?
5.
He's got 5 runs. Ready, bowl again. We'll give him a couple more. Just a couple more. Sports leadership goes hand in glove with this sport education approach, because there's children here that may not be able to lead others confidently and ably to plan. They can deliver certain things, but sport education is slightly subtly different in that they're learning how to organise themselves to be part of a team. They feel included as part of the group. Negotiating parts of how the lesson is going and parts of how an activity is going is part of that, and it's an approach that works here.
What we have to do is there's going to be 2 groups and there's going to be 1 balloon, and no matter what, you are not allowed to get the balloon on the floor.
Should we have a demonstration down here? If I demonstrate with a couple of them, you send a couple over.
Yeah.
Who should we have?
The job is to encourage younger pupils and have fun yourselves and make sure it's fun for them. It's work for us, but us seeing them happy is like fun for us. So we'd rather work and see them happy than just be happy.
Well, Charlie.
You're not down, you've got to hit it up.
Stop! Look at me. Right, Ben, stop a minute. I mainly get my confidence from Mr. Wilkins. Stop.
Thomas is learning how to be a sports leader. Why did he say whoa, Ben?
At the end of the day, it goes well. So that's the main thing.
So turn it right down, Ben.
Well done, Ben.
And well done for spotting it, Thomas. Sports leaders is the first thing is safety. OK.
Luca, you know how we played last week?
I go every Friday to the little ones, the nursery.
To show how good you are.
And you just do like activities, so as you do it, you learn how to be a sports leader.
If you watch Michael, what he's doing.
Primary break time down on the lower school playground with G1 is another opportunity outside of lesson time, whatever the weather, whatever the conditions, for sports leaders to get some experience, to go out and do some leading.
Go on, Luca. Run.
Fozzie has been going down there, and I hadn't even realised how frequently until I was looking out my window one day and there she had all the equipment out. And I'm really delighted that she's just carried it on without me, which reflects, I think, sports leadership and sport education, the way it's going here, that pupils are taking the initiative. So that's really pleasing and encouraging. And the others, the younger ones, are seeing that being modelled for them, and they have an expectation of becoming sports leaders. So it underpins a lot of what's going on in the PE and school sport in the school. They're playing nicely now. What could you do to just... They've got about 10, they've got about 10 or so, they've done slightly more. Could you get a competition going between the two?
about making.
So they start at the same time.
Making same passes.
Well, see who keeps. And we plan it together, and it's a sport education approach here, where we're empowering the children to take charge of their own learning, rather than me just imposing it and bolting it onto them. And it's quite exciting, that, because you never quite know where it's going to go. You know, I know the big picture, and all those strands are always there. The children seem to like that, and they learn other things besides the obvious. It's learning through PE rather than just learning about PE.
We're going into competition time, and whoever keeps it up longest wins.
The classroom assistants that come to every lesson, they join in and they pick up what's going on very quickly. Sometimes they won't actually know what direction I've moved in, because I can plan on the hoof a little bit and change direction.
Right then.
Up! Good, let's keep it up in the air. Up, good boy. Up! Up, good boy, Ben. Up, Ben, up. Super play today, Helen. I know when things are not going quite as I want them, I think let's go back to me having fun a little bit. And sometimes you realise, well, this is what it was about, and the children have fun and they enjoy that way because their teachers and their assistants are also having fun. Now, come on, team, if we win this, we'll do a celebration this time. Fozia, boost your team up.
Right, Sam, try and hit it up.
Sam's serving. Hang on. On the whistle, please, Lily. Off we go, Sam. Right, OK. Quality now. Georgie.
I think it's going really well because none of us except Mr. Wilkins has worked with this group. So why they're learning to get used to us, we're learning about things about them.
Good boy, Ben. Up, Ben, up.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got another one.
Yeah.
We've got another one. Celebrate with the person opposite Sam. High five over your shoulder.
High five.
We've got another win there.
High five.
Guy Wilkins won the National Teaching Award for Special Needs Teacher of the Year 2004, and it's had a huge impact in terms of raising the profile of the school.
I'm fantastically well supported here. It's completely throughout the school. Everybody is working towards what's best for the children here, and it starts with the head teacher who's given me very much a free rein to become involved in the school sports partnership and develop PE.
I also meet regularly with Guy to talk about how we can extend his role, make sure that he is able to work outside the school as well, because that's part of his outreach, and make sure that he has the right training and development himself in order to get the most out of what he does.
What I want you to think about today...
One of the big benefits of being part of the Bromley School Sports Partnership is I'm able to fund and buy in dance expertise. Lucy comes in each week and she's building up towards a dance festival. I couldn't really bring those same skills that Lucy has and the kind of movement quality that Lucy's got out of the pupils. Her stimulus for her dance has actually been stretching, reaching, digging and spiking for the game of balloon volleyball, and that's quite fascinating for me to see that happening, and so I learn a lot from that.
OK, so let's do that again with the hand.
Some lovely movements there, Lucy. I'm going to come in my camera and catch those body parts. And I can monitor what's going on, I can take some photos, and I can improve my own expertise in dance. Leading with the elbow.
Really sharp. Can you remember that, Katie? Because Katie didn't make...
I'm constantly looking at the programmes of study to see just where pupils fit into that, and sometimes that means that you're looking at programmes of study below their chronological age. I think they make sense of the world through their movement, and because a lot of them have missed out on movement experience as youngsters, that movement experience which we're able to bring in school is helping overcome some of those delays.